Okay, we're just doing this live because I don't feel like editing. So. The whole thing with Zack Snyder and being just a complete tool in the day. Like for everyone else has got pretty good hot takes on this. I don't really need to jump in. If I was in there, I might have just tried to take his head off the thing, but like I said, doing it live. But cooler heads have prevailed the most part, and also very good hot takes on this whole thing. And I originally think about this one, it is utterly crass when you're invited to a charity stream for supporting your charity to immediately throw your host under the bus and call them out, and imply there are all kinds of things. But also something over at Echo Base Network pointed out, he really didn't say anything. If you start picking it apart, it's a very clumsily put together sentence. But saying you're not affiliated with Geeks and Gamers, leave it at that. Fine, But then to turn around and tack on a reference to the Atlanta shootings, which someone who owes the community, well, at least some people, a big apologist, George Takei, tried to say he blames Republicans. No, it was some guy who couldn't get it up, okay? They caught the guy. He admitted he's sexually frustrated. Politics has nothing to do with it, okay? But to stick that in there, the whole thing has nothing to do with anything. It's a total non sequitur, but the thing is, people are going to draw some conclusions, and I don't blame the panel so much. Not even Uche for the most part, even though he's going, yeah, sure, no, and Uche, you're letting him insult you. Okay, come on. Yeah. The implication, though, and of course the rap, have written a horrible hit piece on this thing. If you want to, the headlines. Oh, right. I'm sorry. No, it was a charity stream for his charity, and he pretty much killed it because there were $50,000 racked up by the time he showed up, and they could have busted 100,000 easy if he hadn't opened his damn mouth and said those stupid things. It's just basic common decency. When someone invites you basically into your home, you don't start off with "Hi, racist." How are the rest of the Nazi youth? And it kills the mood, And my thought was like, I wonder if this is another part of Warner Brothers' little plan to try and sabotage Justice League, because they've been doing everything they can to undercut this thing left and right. They didn't want this thing to happen at all because it makes them look stupid. But then as people went, no, probably not, because they're not that bright. Who dreamed up this idea of a double bluff? No. It's basically, it was clear that this was something that Warner Legal wanted him to say. Do not associate himself with Geeks and Gamers. And then throw in a virtue signal about the Atlanta shootings. You got to stay relevant there. And never mind the fact that the two do not mesh at all. And frankly, he should have come in saying, thank you, Geeks and Gamers, for setting this whole thing up and inviting me in. But instead, just when you start, kind of feeling sorry for the guy, hey, maybe it's not so bad. No, he is that bad. Okay. He was a clueless cloud who doesn't no freaking clue what he's doing. And it just, I will still see it. I might even do a review of it, of the, because I never saw the first one, frankly, because I heard what a cluster stup it was anyway. But it's a 4-hour slog. I'll be putting my own intermission in there somewhere. But it's just, yeah, that's the beauty of it being at home. You can hit the pause button, take a dump, don't go eat dinner and whatever, and come back. Everyone's saying Warner Brothers, you screwed up. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put directly above everybody to AT&T. What the hell is going on at Warner Brothers? What kind of operators are you morons running over there? You got your studio trying to sabotage its own movie and undercut your own operation. Clean house. It was pretty clear before the Koof shutdown came on. this stuff doesn't work. People aren't buying it. But now you're afraid someone's going to come in and burn down the studio. Screw that. They're not allowed out anyway. Start clearing these morons out and get rid of this crap. God. And you think for a second, for everybody who's doing this crap and catering to this mob, the mobs will eventually go away. This kind of passion can't be sustained. And the thing is, everyone else has very long memories. All this, like this attempt to try and deperson, Gina Carano. It's like, no, we remember. I still have the Mandalorian, saved on my hard drive. Okay, I've got a Cara Dune shirt over there somewhere. There are still Cara Dune figures out in the wild that show up once in a while from these cases they didn't catch. And they show up on the store shelves like nothing ever happened. And of course, they're going on eBay for $1,000 a piece. With if you've really got stupid money. And she's got that movie coming up with the Daily Wire. She's maybe in talks to Kevin Sorbo to be in a Western he's producing up in Montana. Sooner or later, Bear Grylls goes, hey, what about this episode we got in the can ready to go? Okay, you want to fill some space? Throw this damn thing on the air. This ain't the Soviet Union. We never trusted the media in the first place, and we have memories, and we have iPhones and internet, and we have plenty of memory cards. We can remember this crap. Time to throw the Stalinist playbook away, boys. It's over. Didn't really work then. So yeah. So far, Jeremy and his team have done the right thing, not responding, staying above the fray. And then the rest of us be outraged on their behalf. Okay. Anna, Star Wars Girl, has got a great one out there because they were there for her when her sister, met her unfortunate end. I had a feeling that was going to go bad, but the whole thing, I hate group, is the most idiotic thing I've heard in my life. All it takes is watch one or two videos. You can see the Geeks and Gamers is anything but a hate group. And look at their lineup. They got a far left lesbian running the channel. Okay.
Not to mention female Muslim gamer.
Yeah, they just introduced a female Muslim gamer thing. Uche Ignares, for God's sakes, he was hosting the channel. He doesn't like Trump at all. He's definitely on the left leaning. You're going to call him all right, he'll punch you in the face and you'll feel it till next week. And of course, Jesse and Jeremy have gone after one time. We're in talking a few times. But everyone's still friends. Everyone still gets along. And everyone's still working. It's a very inclusive, and that's fandom in general. We want more people in. We're not gatekeepers. Look at gatekeeping the morons outside. No, we don't want you fan. No, that's gatekeeping right there in a nutshell. All we have to be informed of what you're being a fan of, and we're willing to teach you. I'm still working up a revised version of the history of Star Trek. I'm doing sort of a Ken Burns thing. I'm starting at the very beginning, back when Roddenberry pissed off NBC with the lieutenant. Going back to the core here in the Genesis. But I just had to get this is ridiculous. Just basic common decency. Someone invites you into their place, into their show. You don't insult them right off the bat. Anybody else, it'd have been booted out the back door right there. You're out. You're not going to play nice. You're off the channel. Because they were trying to, I want to rip them in the night. Do people know how these things work? Yeah. It's not just a random little chat room like on AOI where you pop in, pop on the A-sex location. Like, no. You have to be invited in. It takes them to set up, okay? This is quite a plum thing that they managed. Yeah, we're going to get Zack Snyder for this charity stream. Yeah, great. All right. And he comes in and pisses all over it. Again, apparently at 8, what we're figured as AT&T, not AT&T, but Warner Brothers, in direction. Or at least some moron in the legal department. They're sorry there's nothing, And in the process, pretty much killed the giving because it just dried up immediately. They were $50,000 before he showed up. Then they only managed to make 74, and they were on track to make 150. 150. So I'm gonna leave it at that. That AT&T, it's like, get control of your people there, because those who are under contract, make it clear you're not renewing your contract when your gig's over. Those who are under contract, get rid of them. They are not helping. And here's an idea. Instead of hiring like accountants and bookkeepers and other things, how about people who are actually interested in making good movies? Who don't give a rat's ass about some bottom line. Oh, I got to get this movie out by this, or I'll go and get my bonus. That's why we got the first Justice League in the first damn place. Because certain executives wanted their Christmas bonus, whether the movie was ready or not. Anyway, PayPal, Patreon, yada, yada, down below in the description, and we'll call it there.